Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
About this much?
About this much? About this much?
Ha 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 ha. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh my god, the voice is so loud.
Oh my god, the voice is so loud.
How about this?
How about this? How about this?
Let's put in the side. About this much?
Let's put it to the side. About this much?
Alright, that should be okay.
Let's put it to the side. About this much? Alright, should be okay.
Alright, I'm gonna come back because the stream doesn't seem like it's good right now. So, let me rebound. Be right back. Alright, let's try one thing. It's like the audio and everything is good, but it's the video that's the problem.
The audio and everything is good, but the video is the problem.
That bad, huh? That's not good. That bad, huh? That's not good. Oh boy. If I don't record, that help? Sorry about that, folks. There seemed to be some problem with my video. Sorry about that, folks. There seemed to be some problem with my video. Is that a little better? Let's see. see if it syncs up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 여기다 두고 여기다 두고 여기다 두면은 오케이? Alright, I think we're good to go. Just give me a few minutes and I'll be right with you guys. Hello, and welcome to the Plamo Build Report. My name is EA Spuds. Just gonna do a little mic check here. Shout in the chat if you can hear me. Hello, and welcome to the Plamo Build Report. My name is EA Spuds. Just gonna do a little mic check here. Shout in the chat if you. Alright, looks like we are all good to go. So let's start the stream. So as you can see, this box is way too big for my camera. So I apologize if this will take the whole thing, but I just wanted to show you guys the box. It's quite big. You know, so this monster of a kid here, I can't even show. You know what? You guys seen how big the box is, so leave it down here and show the manual. Hey Nike629, how's it going? Yeah, so I actually got the Penelope and the God Gundam at the Tokyo Gundam base. If you see my video, you'll see that I kind of did it like a tour, and that was kind of the day that it got released. So, so what I'm gonna do is after this, I'm gonna post the unboxing video to show you guys how big this kit is. But hey, thanks for joining in. Yep, it's the high resolution God Gundam. So, so today we'll be building this, and was quite an interesting build in my opinion. So, when I saw it at the showcase, it was as big as an MG. So, if you think of the scale of 1/144, it's actually bigger than that. So, you're going to see in this stream, there are some things that I'd like to address you before I start. First off, my face cam started crapping out on me all of a sudden, so you guys won't see my beautiful face. Sorry in advance, but yeah. So today you will look at this beauty instead. You think we'll get the MG 2.0 and RG? And do you think Bandai will make an HGUC? Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this series is from the Hathaway's Flash, a theoretical movie that's going to come out next year. I'm not sure what day. So as of right now, this is not the main Gundam that will be in the series. What this is more like a rival mobile suit, and as Nike just mentioned, the actual mobile suit that's for the protagonist is gonna be the Kasai. I know he put out XI, but actually, yeah, XI, but it's pronounced Kasai, and it's in a Greek letter, which it literally looks like this. Just that and this and this. So kind of like 3 dashes, if you can catch my drift. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. My face cam is broken, so you'll look at this beauty instead. So let us start building this beauty. Just gonna take some parts out. So we get started. Alright, first thing, we'll start with the body. So yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. I know it's been quite a while that I've done a live stream. As you may already know, I've been pretty busy just traveling around all these places, including doing some real life work. So I'm gonna be building the waist right now. If you just look through the parts, it's not, I mean, although the box is pretty big, it's not as bad as you think. I mean, this is an HG kit overall, so it doesn't require any complexity when it comes to building this. So let's first start out with this. Yeah, so since this just came out in Japan, that means it'll take, I don't know, probably a few months to get this shipped over to the US, unless you've already pre-ordered it from respectable online shops. But yeah, the build, it's not that complicated at all, so... But how's everybody doing tonight? You guys building anything? Here to just watch? Let me know in the comments. As you can see all your comments on the right side of this screen. So let's sew through here. So if everyone's worried about like the pricing for this one, this one is, not gonna lie, it's quite pricey being an HG kit. If you want to really know how much it is, hold on, let me. So let's put this here, so you guys can look at the manual too. So right now I'm doing the whole body part right now, and I'm right here. The price was so this was a pretty pricey kit for an HG. If you want to know, it's about like 70 to 80 bucks, and there's a reason for that, because this is a massive kit. It's huge. But it doesn't seem too complicated in my opinion. I'm just putting it together just as so. I really like how they're putting it together. This kit is very precise when it comes to determining the left and the right side. As you can see here, there's a lot of explanation marks on each and every instructions. So if you have this kit and you're building right now, be careful of those warning labels. Like for example, right here, as you can see, you have to put the polycap facing downwards rather than up. But yeah, no, this kit is not complicated at all. I was just thinking that, you know, if I was putting this kit together, it might take like 3 hours to do so, but in this case, I don't think that's the case. So already, not this way. So yeah, here's the body. I am very impressed of the overall details of this. I didn't put any panel lines in here. I might put on later on, but if you take a closer look at, you can see all the panel lines and then kind of the detail of the thrusters. And it didn't really take any effort to put it together, which is nice. But as you can see, it's almost as big as my palm, so you could tell like how big this kit is. This is quite big. All right, now let's go with the head. See, nothing too complicated here. So if anybody's gonna ask, yes, I will be putting stickers in this kit, just guys so that you guys can get a grasp of how it looks like. So we're gonna look at number 5. That's weird. We're putting a red sticker on a red part. Yep, couldn't see the difference. Alright, so from here, now we're gonna attach the eyes. It's been a while since Bandai made such a big announcement on like one of the bigger kits in the universe. So for those of you who are wondering where this came from, this is not actually an animated series. They will do like an animated theatrical a movie in theaters next year. But the origin of where this came from, it's actually from a novel called Hathaway's Flash, or Flash of Hathaway. And yeah, the main protagonist is exactly who you think it is. I won't spoil anything too much, but all I know is that the name Hathaway is kind of the key. So that's telling us to put it this side. Ooh, I really like how they did the color separations with the head. So if you guys don't notice, this yellow part, that's the part where you put it in before you put the white head part in. I really like that idea. Now for the V-fin, this will be, I think, will be the very first V-fin that you don't actually have to worry about breaking, because this one actually kind of moves. Which is great. The only thing is that when you're putting this V-fins together, there are going to be some parts where you have to worry about putting this in. Okay. And then we put in this big part right here. There you go. That's the head of Odysseus Gundam. Odysseus, however you pronounce it in your area. So very interesting fact. This Odysseus Gundam is just gonna be the Gundam itself, and there is a flight unit, which is that big armor that you saw. This big armor you see right here, that is actually the Penelope fixed flight unit. And just Odysseus and the flight unit together is called Penelope. And fun fact, in part of I believe this is like a Greek mythology, but Odysseus was a husband and the Penelope was a wife. So those two names kind of match up. Pretty cool. The lighting's a little too harsh. All right, great. We're already done with the body and the head. Now let's move on to the arms. Now the arm parts, I did it both left and the right, so you guys can see the difference. And honestly, there isn't really that much big of a difference, but it's, for me, it's easier to keep it this way so that I know which part I'm actually using. They may be symmetrical, but if you jump it all together, then that kind of causes a problem. Actually, let's So I'll be starting with, I believe this is the right arm. Again, that's a lot of parts. Also to mention, this kit itself, it's called the polycapless, which you don't have to worry about like the small polycap that you experienced back in the day. This one is quite a treat for those who, despite those. It's really easy to paint over it too, because usually like a PS plastic, which is the polycap, that's like a very flimsy type of plastic. Those are really hard to paint, and they sometimes disintegrate as you put any type of paint in it. Okay. Then from here. Next gonna be the joints. See if that works better. I think I probably have a little bit more lighting here, so I'm gonna lower that a little bit. think that's a lot better. Off to the shield. Yeah, for the Penelope, so most of the structure that you see here, they're very, you can see they're very sophisticated and, what's a better word for this? They're pretty tight in terms of like the overall structure. And of course there's a reason for that, because the Penelope, as you can see from all the pictures that you saw, it's a very big kit and it needs those sturdy joints. So I wouldn't be too surprised if this will feel a little tighter as it should be. Which, from what I could address right now, yeah, there's a lot of fixed pegs that you see from right here. Very, very interesting. I see. So one of the arms, to build it, you have to slide. Just show you up front. Oh. So if you see from here, they have like this hollow area, and you have this joint for the hand. So this, I've never seen it done like this before. You have to slide it in and then fix it in place. So you're gonna have these two pegs out. And then when you build it together, first you have this fixed in, and then you add the cover, just like so. Yep, just like that. That's a very snag fit. Pretty interesting. Alright, so from here, you just add this part, and then add the shield, or this Millennium Falcon. here it is with the Millennium Falcon. And then you assemble the hands. Look at how big these hands are. They're massive. It's almost as big as my finger. So all I gotta do is put the rest of these in. It's gonna be the rifle hand. Well, looks like I made the left hand. That's okay. I can make the other side the right hand. Oh, very snag. Alright, already this looks pretty good. Alright, let's now do the other side. Should be able to not look at the manual while I'm doing this. Next I put these shields together and then through this hole. One thing to keep in mind is that this hole that you see here, there's gonna be, so this is not exactly what you call round. You can see a little closely, there's like a little, like a straight indent here. And then in the part that you're gonna fit in, that you can see that there's like this little gate kind of thing. That's actually kind of a stopper. So all you have to do is just fit it in place and it won't rotate or move. Pretty good. I think that's one of the things that not a lot of people will realize is that they have this small little details. And of course, it's the Millennium Falcon, so it's a pretty neat idea. Okay. Then this. You can see from here as well, they have this little clutch detail that you see right here. This whole clutch thing that goes in through these pegs that you see right there. So when you're inserting it in, all you are doing is you're going to snap it in. That way, you can move it up or lock it down. Move it up, lock it down. This also moves too. Okay. And then as for this part, go ahead, goes through. Oh, forgot one crucial element. Let me take this out. Yeah, make sure you put make sure you look at the parts carefully before you miss any part. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Today we'll be doing Penelope, HGUC. Alright, good. And then let's put those in. And put it back out. So how's everybody doing today? Tell you the truth, I've actually spent all my afternoon trying to cut all these parts. There's quite a lot of parts in this kit. But I think it's fun. I like clipping parts and just watch some Twitch streams. Which I just got out of like my friend's Twitch stream. He's actually playing a video game for charity. So he's doing something for a good cause. Really enjoy his work. If you guys are curious of who that is, his name is Craig WK, and he's currently streaming on Twitch right now. And he does his live stream I believe every weekday morning. So, if you guys are interested, please check him out. Now, the only thing is... Okay. So now you could put the hands in. So there's the head, the body, and the fists and the arms. Wow, this is as big as an MG kid. Wow, that's quite big. If this is this big, then how big is the Penelope going to be? Oh boy. The one thing very interesting about this kid, you can see kind of the wrist. It's not like straight, it's like kind of in that angle. Which I've never seen that many of it like that in like any other kits. So that's definitely something. Hands here. All right, let's move on to let's do the torso. Torso had something interesting too. So in the torso portion, there are two different parts that look similar, but they're for different use. Just zoom in here. here we go. So there's going to be two parts that are very similar, except one's longer and one is shorter. It says in the manual that this part here is for the Penelope, and this one here is for the Odyssey. Odyssey. And basically what that means is that I believe there is a difference in kind of the overall leg shape, so that it'll be easier to put on the armor later on. So for the purpose of this, I will do the Odyssey, the Odysseys part first. Okay, the first thing we do. And these are very interchangeable. Like, you could change it out pretty quickly. Show you in a bit how you would do that. There we go. So as you can see right here, this is going to be the kind of the base frame for the legs, and simply this will allow you to push this in and push this out. Although this, oh, it's this side. So you fix it in just like that, and if you want to change to the Penelope part, you just have to simply take it out and just replace it with this one. Very surprising, as usually you don't have to change the leg joints and the leg joints themselves, but I think it's the first time they did it for something this big. I wonder if they would have just used this instead. But let's just see how this goes. Who knows? There might be something that we still don't know yet about this kit. Next is from here. So so you can move it side to side. All right, let me just cut that out real quick. Sure. Yep, no problem at all. So what I just did over there is I just cut. So what I just did over there is I just cut the middle piece here. This used to be just like one whole piece, but if you just take one of them out, then you could move each skirt freely rather than just doing it all at once, just like so. So that's one tip if you want to detail up your modeling a little bit more. So like that. Pretty sturdy. Okay, now we're gonna do the back skirt, and the back skirt, it's amazing because there is an inner frame with the back skirt, so it gives it a little more a three-dimensional kind of a part separation. This is a very nice touch. I really like how they did this. Then place it in these ball joints here. And then as for the last bits, these are going to be the side skirt. Use a C-type flag. Just screws it in here. And then from there you put it on top of these placements. This back skirt is massive. Take a look at this. Wow. This is as big as a Sazabi. So from here. Wow, look at this. Already. This is huge. Put the skirt down. Alright, let's move on to the legs. This should be done fairly quickly. Let me just put the Penelope joints at the bottom. Alright, I got 2 different legs. A lot of big leg parts. Let's first start out with one of the skirts. I really like this yellow separation. Look at that. Let's take a look at the detail of that one yellow part. That's gorgeous. If I just put like panel lines through there, I think that would look great. Let's do it for the other side as well. Take a look at the feet. They really simplified how they put this in. I don't know if I just like built too much and I was just expecting a lot more complicated, but no, this is quite nice. Despite how expensive it is, I feel that they put a lot of time on just thinking about this whole thing. I mean, that was, I believe, Bandai's the biggest hurdle of how they always make model kits is the bigger they get, usually they don't stand too well. Dare I say one example is going to be the MG full cloth, a Crossbone Gundam full cloth. That one, although there's a lot of weapons in that kit, including like a cape. The only thing that you will find out is that you can't really pose with that kit because it just has a lot of stuff. So for this one, I think they just went with the approach of like, hey, since this is an HG kit, let's try to make it so that people don't complain about posing this. Although this kit itself already, I don't know how if you can like pose it in like a variety of ways. these inner frames are pretty detailed out. I mean, this kit doesn't have like a frame per se, because come on, it's an HG kit. I think HG kit, I think their core purpose of that is to not to have as many frames, because that's what RG and MGs are for. Although Iron Blooded Orphan was kind of a different story, because that was their selling point of selling a Gundam with a full frame inside. Which personally I like the IBO series because of that reason. However, they're reusing a lot of their older Gundam frames, which kind of turned some people off. I feel that. If you reuse a lot of stuff, then they don't appreciate you as much. So, one thing I noticed just here. Now, this is going to be the ankle. This is going to be the ankle part. And from here, you can see that each side has a different type of holes. Different type of pegs. Again, something very new that you don't see in kits nowadays. So, which means that the left and the right has a different type of placement. That's a new approach from them. I wonder if they're gonna do that with the Kusai Gundam for this one. I know everything here is gonna be experimental for that kit, because that mobile suit, Kusai Gundam, is gonna be the main mobile suit, no doubt. So this is just a sacrifice. Again, they strike it again with the inner frame. Just for this detail. Bandai stepping it up. No seam lines found here just yet. Pretty nice touch. It's a little wing thing that they have. This is right leg. Notice anything a little awkward here? Yeah, usually for any type of Gundam-ish mobile suit, the feet has always been red. Like they used to have like a red shoe, but this one's all white. That's a little awkward, but I guess we'll see in the Penelope, because I think Penelope, they have like this like red part that just makes that red shoe itself. But the knee articulation is more than 90 degrees. Very impressive, very sturdy, and very huge. All right, let's do the other legs. They could create it. One thing good thing having like a simultaneous parts is that once you know how to build one, then you could kind of memorize your way through of how to build the other one. So I'm just gonna put the left leg quickly so I can show you guys, because we are almost done. This part. I spoke a little too soon. There we go. Yeah, so when putting this bottom part, don't put it in the pegs right away. Slide in this side to match it up to, there's like this like little indentations you see there. Just match it up to that, and then you put it in. There you go. And put this shoe here. Next I will do the joints. Stream is very laggy. Oh, you're right. Thanks for letting me know. Let me check on that real quick. Oh, you're right. Wow, that is very laggy. Let me try something real quick. All right, how about that? No? Is that a little better? Yeah, Nike. So I've been changing my bitrate for some time. So it's currently at 3,000 right now. So it was working better at around like 5,000, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I lowered it down to 3,000. Let's see if that actually helps. Since my video output is low. Oh. Something happened. Still laggy, you say? You know what? That Nike. Hey, sorry, I muted my mic. Looks like the health is getting better, but now the bit rate's a problem. So let me increase that a little bit. No, Nike, I think it's probably my rig right now. Yeah. I think it's time I need to kind of look through investing into like a stronger rig. getting laggy. I can see the chat fine, I think, but seems like the overall video is getting a little slow. GPU. Could be. I mean, my CPU usage right now is around like 17%. So GPU wise, I don't know, the video encoding is good. Alright, let me try something. Oh, something happened. Something happened. Is that better? Nice. Okay, so I figured out. So when using OBS, when I do streaming and then I start recording, yeah, I think that causes it to slow down quite a bit. Cool. Thanks, Nike. Sorry for the wait, guys. It's been some technical difficulties. Yep, it's always OBS. I mean, I've only used this software for a little bit, so I'm still learning. But yeah, thanks for all the tips. Now I kind of know a little bit more. So next time this won't happen. But okay, let's resume. Yeah, right? It's not in slow motion. Hey Nike, were you applying to get this kit? I think this kit's pretty good so far. As a matter of fact, I am Korean American. How'd you guess that? Oh, sweet, nice. Yeah, I see you everywhere on YouTube. 잘먹겠다. Alright. Permissive riggers, not here. Oh boy, don't get me started on that. Unless it is. Dude, you're scaring me, man. 재밌겠다. Cool, that's glad to hear. So this is kind of the part that I hate the most. If you put it in the wrong... Yep, there you go. You know, I thought about doing 4K, but I don't know if my camera can handle that, nor my laptop can handle the 4K. If I want to do 4K, I have to invest in something a lot bigger. There we go. This is where I want it to go. But then again, I don't think 4K... I do have a part separator. I don't know where it is right now. I just came back from like a build event too, so I think it's in my backpack somewhere. But you could always use a knife. It's kind of like a part separator. Just use this edge. So I'm using a Acer gaming laptop. The graphic card's like a GeForce GTX 960M. Not the greatest, but I think it just works just as it should. So yeah, I don't think that's Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's like, that's a Mac. It's a Mac term. It has a USB 3.0. So the transfer is pretty fast. All right, here we go. And there we go. There's the left leg. Again, still awkward with the whiteness in the shoe. All right, let's now put these together. That is wicked. So, guys, this is the Odysseus Gundam, or Odysseus, depending on where you guys are at. It's quite huge. So to see how big this is, so this isn't a regular how an HG kit should be. Like, this is the mock, and you can see it takes around 2 of them. Go there. Yeah, this is the Odysseus Gundam. A lot of people think that this is Penelope, but if you guys know your Gundam stuff, Penelope is when it is combined with the flight unit itself. So this whole setup here, this is what you call Penelope. But this whole big art dragon armor kind of thing that you see, this one, that's the flight unit. But inside, that's the Odysseus Gundam. Can I compare with the new Gundam? So I don't have an RG new Gundam at the moment, but I do have an HG that I have somewhere in the box because I moved as well. So during the review, I could probably take out and give you guys a closer look. So stay tuned for that review. Yeah, but for right now, this is quite a monster. And it's funny that, like, the Odysseus Gundam has to have the flight unit where... Yeah, the Kusi Gundam is going to be just its own unit itself. Hey Blake, welcome to the stream. How's it going? My gut's telling me that Bandai has planned to make the P Bandai C Gundam. No, but because I mean, if you think about it, it's a main protagonist mobile suit, right? So I don't think they would have that guts to do that. I'm doing well. So I just had a little technical difficulty with the stream, but a lot of people, well, Nike here just to kind of help me kind of go through and fix it. So the stream is looking a lot better. All right. Let's try to build a weapon for this one. So this is the MHG that looks like a typical MG in size. Yeah, so when I was at... Actually, I could show you a photo of it. So when I was actually at the Gundam base in Tokyo, they had like a comparison of how big the kit is. Just give me a second here. That's right, I have it. So I don't know how, yeah, look at that. So this is a regular HG RX-78 Revive. This is the Audacious Gundam right here. Yeah, it's huge, and there's like a big display. So this is actually kind of almost the same size as the high resolution God Gundam. So yeah, this is yeah, this even feels like an MG kit. It's not too heavy, which I think that's one of the good point of this being an HG. I mean, all the minor details here. I mean, this is an HG, so kind of the overall buildability is not that complicated. What's more complicated is gonna be the next part. But let's first build the weapons. Highly unlikely. I'd say making an MG and RG version of the kit, that's gonna be a lot of resource. I mean, this kit itself is already like 70-80 bucks. So if you imagine that being an RG territory, you're gonna be spending a lot of money. Like a crap ton. Okay. There's another sticker here. Which one? This one. Yeah, if they make this into an MG or an RG, people are gonna flip out. Looks like there's one part that I haven't cut off, so let me just cut the part real quick. Oh, really? Yes, I mean, you know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility that they might actually make a like an MG or RG. But if they were to make an MG or an RG, it would not be this. It would be more on the Kushi Gundam. Because, you know, that's the main guy's mobile suit. Alright, here's the beam rifle. Very simple beam rifle. And we can actually let's set it out. Nice. This beam rifle is pretty average. The one thing. And I kid you not, this says in the manual, they say use the beam effect part on the beam rifle. Kind of fits. And then the other weapon they have is the beam saber. That's right here. So you put that in. Alright, so we took a look at the Odysseus. It's gotta be a better pronunciation that I'm doing right now. But Odysseus Gundam here and here. Now comes the big part. It's gonna be the actual Penelope unit itself. So, got a question to ask for everybody in the chat right now. So, how the Odysseus, where's this part come from? Here. Oh. So how the Odysseus Gundam, or sorry, the Penelope, Odysseus, okay. So the Odysseus Gundam, from there to put in the Penelope flight unit, it involves a lot of steps. So it's not like you simply put it through one by one, but you actually have to assemble it and put it together. So it's gonna be quite a challenge to put everything in. So to tell you the truth, I've only cut up to some part. I only have a few runners left for the big ones. So I'll be cutting those in the stream right now. But I have some of the parts all been chopped out, so maybe we can start with those. Then from there, once I finish all these 3 bags, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other piece so that we could assemble it together. So just keep that in mind. The stream might be going a little longer than expected, so stay tuned for that. All right. So now let's go and do. So, yep. Thanks, Nike. So now we're gonna go build this white part right here. This is gonna be the bottom of the leg. So we're gonna extend the legs. And just want to say one thing before I build. So these white parts that you see on the build, I'm not sure if the camera can capture it pretty well, but if you look at it closely, it's not actually a white part. It's like kind of a light purple. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So yeah, I don't know what color this is. But one thing's for sure, these parts are massive. So we're gonna build the right, and from here there's already a difference on kind of separating which side is the right, the left side, and which one is the right side, and it's indicated in the manual as well. Yeah. So okay, the video kind of shows it too. Yeah, it's kind of like a light purple. So it's not like it's not like a snow white kind of white. It's more like a purplish white, which is kind of it's kind of weird, but I guess that kind of adds to the overall, how shall I say it? It looks very it looks not cheap. Alright, so for the right leg. Alright, so now we're attaching the leg parts. Look at this. So I just put in the red part, and already the feet looks big. Yeah, I wanted to get 2 sets, but it simply won't fit in my luggage. Alright, so from here, they tell me to pull this anchor down. Oh yeah, oh yeah, very big. It looks, the proportion looks very outdated, but yeah, so far it looks pretty good. No, so I only went to Japan for a business trip. I came back I came back last Wednesday. So now I'm working on like the pointy area, and this one also has an indicator of which side is going to be which, and it's indicated by this mold you see here. Like right and the left side. It's a very nice touch. So if you really want to distinguish, because these parts are very white and very hard to see. Yeah, just paneling them, and you can see them through. Yep, that's very clever. Oh, and here's another interesting thing. I'm getting surprised of all the instructions that they're asking us to do. So I'm going to put this part together. They tell me not to touch this part right here, which I'm kind of curious why that's the case. Oh, okay. So because there are some indentations right there, if you push like this part of the part, then you're gonna see that this joint right here, it will turn white, which means you're stressing the plastic out. So in this case, just push on this part, and then you can snug it through. Yeah, this kit will look great if I panel line it. I'm probably gonna do that later on. I see. So just push in this one, not this side. And then from here, you fit it in just like so. Cool. Then next, these big boosters. It's a very, very... Oh, nice. It's not like a snap fit. It's more like a slide fit. Cool. And then up to these big binders. This one also has that mold indicator. Which size which? If I just cover with the shadow here, you can see that. Yep. Then, fortunately, this one has a peg, so you'll know where to put it. Thanks, Nike. I'll keep that in mind. Right now I'm using the Sony RX100. And I have it through a capture device, which is working pretty well. Okay, so it's probably this one right here. Yeah, I think like a camcorder might be better for like live streaming, but I'm on a tight budget here. Tight budget and tight space too. But a camcorder might be nice. It's that autofocus. That's what everybody needs. Oh, it's 2K, huh? Yep. Once I get really famous in YouTube, I'll consider that. As of right now, just still learning about this whole live streaming deal, so when the time comes. Red camcorder, huh? Heard those are great. Whoa. Check out the inner detail. That's dope. So, how do you attach this? Oh, there we go. So to attach, you first take this one at this area right there. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, okay. There we go. So it's a snug fit. Then from here, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this pick right there. Yep, that's the one curriness that I could not get out of me. So we're gonna see on the left is gonna be the flight unit attached, and on the right is without. You can see it's already extending. You know, well, this is gonna be hard for me to show once I put everything together. This is huge. Holy crap. Alright, so this is the feet. Feet's done. Already it's looking pretty good. I don't know how. I think I may have to build the stand first before I even put everything together. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, tepanko. Yeah, I think it's recommended that you build a stand first before anything. But yeah, when you build this, make sure yeah, make sure you have enough desk space for this kit. Maybe you can guest stream on some Korean YouTuber. I want to. I know some few. But the only problem is going to be the timing. If I were in Korea, then I might do like a collaboration. But as of right now, I'm here in the US and they're all the way in Korea. So if I want to even do a stream, it's either they would have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, or I would have to go 4 o'clock in the morning to match their schedule. I do wish to do a guest stream. That would be awesome, actually. Yeah, Gundam Hologus, I know that they're pretty big. There's also Gunpla Laboratory, if you heard of them. Comprengosa? They're, he's getting there. He's doing pretty good too. In fact, I do some of the English subtitles for him. So yeah, for anybody in the stream who wants to take a look at the other YouTuber that I mentioned, I did like almost, well, some of the English translation for the subtitles. So if you guys want to watch the Korean YouTuber make amazing stuff but can't speak the language, turn the subtitles on. Probably here I've already made for you. Alright. So I'm gonna just put this in the stand. That's weird. No, this is right. Yeah, I did. I just recently started doing some subtitles. Why? Oh. Okay, so there's 2 different type of stands. Wow. So this is the original stand for... so if you just buy like a very old, like mid-2000 MG kits, they usually give you one of these. But for the Penelope, I guess you don't need them. You need the actual stand that comes with this. This is a unique stand. So, should be right here. There we go. Was it done grats or did you get paid? So just for grats. I mean, it's a good way for me to kind of like, you know, figure out like what words that I should use for all the videos. All right, so if you put it in a stand, be kind of like this. So for now, I'll keep it on the stand because this is getting way too big, or it's gonna get bigger. So it's gonna just put that on the side. So it'll be a little easier to put things together. All right, so we've just finished this part. Now we're gonna go up to this big part right here. So, actually, maybe these first few parts right here. Yep, Nike, you're absolutely correct. That is the stand that... It's the same exact stand that you get from the Wing Zero Custom. I do want a 2.0 for that kit. But Wing Zero has been... It's overly produced way too much. I mean, every time it's going to be Wing Zero and then it's Wing Zero with a different name. I mean, they made the high resolution... Then they made some other variations of that. You know, if Bandai starts running out of idea, they're just gonna use Wing Zero all over again, right? I just wish I wish they would remake the classic wing kits though. Or the minor ones at least. J10. This one doesn't look like a J10. Oh, it's this one. It's from right here. I see. Yeah. Glory of the losers. Yeah, I like the Glory of the Loser iteration. I think it's a lot more refined. I think there were like rumors about they're trying to reboot G Gundam again by the same manga author. Alright, here we go. This one goes up in the front. Wow, this is a front armor. So if you guys missed what I just did there, so on the front skirt there's this lever that you pull down, and then it opens up some joints. It's right in here, and just plug them in. Looks wrong, but. All right, the bottom armor. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I thought it would be like a lot more difficult to put it in, but now that I'm doing this right now, it's a lot more refined than I thought. Great job, Bandai. Yeah, so what I was worried, well, because like I have to review this kit, right? But if I were to take everything apart with a part separator, I would be so mad. But looks like that's not the case here. This is, you could easily remove it off. That's gonna be hell if you do that. Just only with a part separator. Gray detail. Again, lovely done. Nicely done. Yellow one as well. Indeed. I don't think paying for a hefty price, it's definitely worth it. So for these tight corners, it's better to use a cotton swab or Q-tip so that you could put the details in, just like so. Instead of using your hands, because sometimes the oils that it produces in your hand could get very smudgy. So I'd recommend doing that. Cool. Okay, the next. Wow, this is. I think this calls for a full paint job because of how they set these parts out. Oh, you're right, it's daylight savings. Not yet. I'm gonna do that after the stream. I mean, heck, I'm already jet lagged, so. Alright, so. Missing part LL. L3 and L4. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of like one way of Bandai. You know, Bandai has always been like, hey, you can make your model get better by painting this and painting that. So, I think it's one way of them to not invest in a lot of stickers, like how they did back in the days. Which I like. I really don't like stickers that much, except for some point details. Oh, like this. Right. It's kind of funny how... Oh. Alright, how am I going to show how this is done? So, the manual tells me... Oh, really? So here's how you assemble this part. I like how this looks like. So you first fold in the fins and then you pop out the shoulder, which I think this shoulder you could extend it. Is that true? Oh! Oh! Sugoi. This is a very nice gimmick. Then just pop these two up. Wow. And then from there, attach it. Yo. Wow. All right, now this is getting bigger. This kit's getting bigger and bigger as you put it through. Wow. That's incredible. Right, next. Now this is going to be another big part. That was the joint. Okay. Wow, I think that's my favorite gimmick of all. What you guys just saw. The shoulder just extended, just boom. Man, I wish my face cam worked today because you would have seen. Yeah, you would have seen like my expression of like when I just like pop those out. Genius. Right from here. Oh, there's a sticker. Oh boy. There we go. Number 4. So sticker point right there. Careful. Gentle. I think I'm going to paint this part. I don't like this sticker being there. Cool. Then J12. This one. I'm slowly regretting not buying a second model kit. But no, I don't have room. That's the big problem. Next is the bottom portion. This one also requires a sticker at the bottom. Oh, it's a gray sticker. Hmm. Let's put it anyways. Then we put this. Yeah, that's a very smart move. You know, I usually do that too, but since I was in Japan, and I mean, if I had a little more time, maybe like a weekend before I even left Japan, I would have thought about it, but since I was still on the road, I didn't want to carry 2 bags of plastic model kits while I'm visiting my customers, so. Next time, I'll probably have to think about finding this online. I know there's some few shops that they still sell these. See, Nike, a true collector. He buys every optional forms as possible. Props to you. Nice detail. Next, now we gotta put these parts together. Side first. This starts outside, so right there. There we go, hard joints. Oh, okay. So here's where the moving point's going to be. Then we close it out. There we It's a nice stabilizer kind of tail. Wow. I might need a full frame camera next time I do a live stream because this crop sensor, APS-C, it's not holding up now on this like big kit. This is a beast. Next. Then we add in I believe this is the backpack. It's the backpack, isn't it? Oh boy. Oh, there we go. That's part of the backpack. Now, this is where I had stopped cutting the parts because I had to prepare. So, I have to cut some as I go. Okay, right. D1, I want that one. Okay, there we go. K23, K27. Yeah, so I know like nowadays for when you want to buy models, you go to like a regular hobby shop like Nankin Hobbies, or even Barnes and Noble has some plastic like Gundam models. Do you want to go? So now there are quite a number of places where you can get an awesome model like this, if it ever comes out. Oh, this is tight as heck. There we go. Remember, don't force it in, just twist it in. But always remember to put it in the right place. It happens when you're live streaming. These kind of mistakes happen. I may have made quite a number of mistakes today. Not that great. So just pushing this forward. There we go. Right, so it should be this side. That worked. Okay. So this side. That's a very weird. Right. Next is the dragon head part. This runner is done. D12. Where's the D runner? No, that was a D runner. J and I. So it's J7 and I6. Let's go with the I6 first. There we go. And J7. Okay, so woohoo. Right, next I'll get these dragon stuff out of the way. Okay, the gate, the no marks. Yeah, always make sure that all your gate marks are gone. That should do it. Cool. And then now up to the sticker. 9. It's blue. Oh, I see. I see, I see. It's a very interesting place to put a sticker. Because this will be covered by the clear part. So as you guys probably saw, when you're dealing with clear parts, do not, I repeat, do not use your God hand nipper, because the clear part plastic is harder than any other plastic that you have with Bandai, so it will break. Your nippers will break. So please be careful when cutting any hard plastic part like this clear part. If you want to save a very expensive nipper, you should not use it. Okay. 실수가 많아요. Clear part's pretty good. Alright, now we cut out what's it, G6? Like a G6. Good G6. G6 and G3. these also use stickers too. So this one is number 3. So these stickers, they look the same, but it seems like you have to be careful on, like, you have to put it in exactly where they want it to be, or else the sticker won't match. Good enough. And then I edit this side. J. Red part. J6 and F10. Oh, cool. It's the last J part. Then F. F10? F10. Slide this in. Maybe this part. Oh. That's another part. Okay. All right, here we go. So the back skirt, you have to open it through the side. Then you slide it in here. Yeah, if you didn't see, this is how you would put it in. But why isn't it not fitting? Ah, I see. That seems a little weird. Or not. Oh, that's weird. It's supposed to be right here. There we go. Okay. Oh, and then you have to. Oh, that's weird. Alright, and then from here, you just close the skirt. Wow. We're almost there, but yeah. I'll have to show you guys after I completed this. This is crazy. All right. Last few pages. It's gonna be all of the parts here. We're almost there, guys. Just a last few more parts. We'll be done. Yeah, basically the armor's kind of a brick. It kind of moves a bit, but putting it together, it's quite a big mechanic. What's going on here? Whoa. What happened here? You know what? Let's do that later. Yeah, the armor's a brick. H-frames left, but that could be done. This one, and now we can open up this part right here. Man, I was not prepared for this. Should have thought this through. Couple. H. I need to get also this C part too. This would be almost the last part of the M runner. M22. This part of the M runner is complete. Alright. Then we need I-18. Massive yellow part. Yeah, if you're cutting gates, I recommend always having like an empty box, and then just cut your parts while you're on top of it, so you can collect all the trash that you don't need to pick up at the very end, like what I'm doing right now. So first I'll have the M22. Oh, let's see. So it's actually this one. This is the one we're supposed to. Right here. Kind of a weird way of fitting things in. This way. Oh, like this. That's okay. And from here, just attach. Ah, nice. Then from here, so there's actually a choice of where you want to put this, whether or not you want to put it on the top or the bottom. It depends on the position, but if you put it on the bottom, you will cover like the detail here. I think it's more like a duct when they do like the flight mode. But if you decide to put it on top, you can see that detail right there. And for those of you who don't, I think that's where the funnel missiles go out. Not sure. So, okay, that's one part's done. Let's do the other one. Put together. There we go. Cool. The front armor, the shoulder armor is done. Now we just have to do the rest. Luckily, there aren't that many runners left for this one. So I'm curious about that part. See sea runner. The last of the sea runners. Then the last of the H runner as well. Just a little bit more. So for people who are still in the chat right now, thanks for still staying by. But for my next live stream or live build, what do you guys want to see? I already have the high resolution God Gundam like next on my list. But was there anything else that you guys also wanted to see? Doesn't have to be a gunpla. It could be any like non-gunpla like Kotobukiya or any other kits. Because if I want to keep try to improve my live stream skills, and you guys are actually helping me kind of like win my jet lag, so yeah, let me know down in the comments of what other kits I should tackle. It's gonna be a great challenge for me. So I believe this is the beam cannon that goes in the shoulder. Okay. 끝이 보인다, 끝이 보여. this is going to be the hanger. I gotcha. E2, E6, so these have to be on as well. Whoa. Guys, officially, I think I've used almost every part out of the whole runner. But now the only thing I have to do is build the rear armor. I think I'll be finished. So in that sense, I'll show you the cutting process. With the parts. Okay. Let's start building this baby together. I believe it's here. Or just force it in. Then this awesome detail. Oh. Is this supposed to be like that? Okay. I think the focus is off because it can't really focus closer. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, if you do like focus here and then focus out there, it's just like the focus points because it's a very small camera. Yeah, it's a near MG. It's a. I'm having a little trouble on this part right here because apparently this doesn't fit in that closely. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Because I think from this part, you have to really fit in very closely, but. Okay, it's at the very end, so it's actually. If I push it this way. Oh, there we go. That doesn't sound too good. There we go. Stay there. Cool. Then alright, that's the left side. Now let's quickly put the right side together. Alright, this one fits well. Perfect. Next is this one. There we go. This one fits perfectly. All right, so we got these parts right here. should be done at this point. So here's what I'm going to do. Fix the camera angle a little bit better. There we go. All right, so we're gonna put it together at its final assembly. It is big. Holy crap, it's big. So first thing I would do is I want to fix this part right here. For some reason, it didn't go in all the way. There we go. And then from here, on this peg, we will insert this. Let's do it for the other side. Then yeah, this is why I don't like this. Is there another part that goes in here? I thought it was this part. Oh no, I was right. Sorry guys, I was right. Alright, I see. And then there's another part right here, which you attach this big stuff. Adjust the camera and go a little bit. Actually, oh my god, here it is. The Penelope. Stop moving. Wow. This is huge. I'm actually kind of afraid to move this. But here it is. The Grand Penelope. It's wobbling a lot. Stop wobbling. But if you take, so yeah, there we go. We've done it, guys. We've made the big monster of them all. It looks great. Now I just need to put the panel lines in here to make it even better. But yeah, look how big this size is. I think it's like around like 30 centimeters this side. It's quite huge. Man. The only thing is that the base, it's not a very stable base, so I would have like use some other base, because I'm afraid that this base might snap off. That is awesome. Wow. So I noticed that there are some option parts that you could use for the Penelope. So I can show you right here. So you have these gray parts, which is going to be these two, and then this big block, and then this other big block. If you're familiar with like any transformable mobile suits, this is like where you keep all the parts together just so that they could be one unit. So I think for the flight unit itself, it has that capability. But yeah, this has been quite a journey. Can I even pose? What am I gonna pose anyways? I know there's the flight mode. So if I even want to pose this. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But at least I got the beam rifle pose done. That looks awesome. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this in my room. Yeah, this is awesome. But yeah, everybody, so I think it's been quite a day. It's almost 12 o'clock, so it's been almost like a 3-hour, 4-hour stream. Man, for those of you who are still in the chat, thank you for watching me build this monstrosity. I will review it, and by next week, I should have this review up and ready. So I have a couple of videos that's going to come through. One is going to be the unboxing of this big kit. The other one is an unboxing video of the high-res God Gundam. And there's actually 4 videos total. So the other one is kind of like I'm trying to do like a tip of the week. I'm gonna do that every Tuesday. And then the other one is going to be a double review of Toy Story 4's Woody and Buzz. I know it took me quite a while to do a review, but the filming's all done. I just need to edit it out. So if you are new to this channel, thank you so much for standing by. And and do me a favor, if you guys can like and also subscribe to my channel, and you guys can get all the updates and all the other videos just right in your fingertip. So, for that being said, this has been EA Splits from Plamo Build Report. Thank you very much for staying through this whole stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.